Welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews of flashlights, rechargeable lanterns, and other portable light sources, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us with a FOLOMOV C2, this is a 14300 powered, micro-sized everyday carry flashlight. You can find these retailing on Amazon for $28. If you watch for coupon codes or sales, you might get it around $22. Pretty cool bargain for a fun little flashlight. I think you guys will agree. Comes in a cute little box. You got the turbo, 525 lumens, weight 12.5 grams, IPX8 Waterproof. That's about the size of the flashlight. Nice. Yeah, I saw this brand and I wanted to try it. It's pretty cool. On the back here, gives a little chart. You got turbo, you got your high, medium, low. You got Moonlight, 1 lumen, 270 hours. Nice. And you got your millimeters there. Okay, dimensions. We'll go over that. And yeah, so I took everything out of the box to make it easy. So front and center, we got the little flashlight. Yeah, we're gonna have to zoom on down. I used a piece of cardstock to keep it propped up because it wants to roll over. So hopefully that'll work for us for demonstration. And I can take it out when I'm messing around with it. But yeah, it's a tiny little guy. So in the box, you get your little instruction manual, and you get the blister pack that held everything in there. So in the blister pack, you get some extra O-rings. They give you 2 extra ones. Nice. You also get a charging cable. These are micro USB to USB. Standard cable. You know, a lot of us radio guys love this because we use these for our radio wows, our Texan PL330s, our D808s. So yeah, it's a welcome type cable. I like Type C, but pretty smaller flashlights, micro USB does work well. Okay, and then the little tray, the flashlight was in there. I just took that out because it's sat pretty deep in there. All right. So get the little manual. Look at this real quick. Just for posterity. I think it's the same as the box, right? Yeah. Shows a little bit about the battery, the LED that's in there, how to access the modes in case I forget something on the modes. You know, all these flashlights have a little different way of doing things, like press and hold or quick press and different things like that. So if I miss one, there it is. And I think the other side, yeah, is all in different language. Okay, cool. I think you guys got it all in one shot there. There you are. Okay, let's move on to the flashlight. Here it is. So let's go over dimensions. So for length, this little guy is 1 3/4 inches. Yes, not even 2 inches. Head diameter is 5/8 inch. That's absolutely amazing. You saw the millimeters on the box there. If you don't remember, I'll bring the box back in. Millimeters there. Yeah, so you got 45 millimeter in length, 17 millimeter head, and 16 millimeter base. So yeah. Let's do a little size comparison for this little guy. I got some cool stuff to compare it to. First of all, you know your standard AA battery. Look at that. It's as big as, actually looks smaller than AA. Nice. I got a ThruNite W1. This is pretty cool. That's the 16340 powered flashlight. Next I have an 18650 battery, flat top. Again, giving an idea for size. And then I have the Lumitop Tool AA powered flashlight. So this runs on a AA battery or 14500 cell. And I'll kind of do a little mini comparisons between these two flashlights to give you an idea what this little guy does compared to these bigger ones, even though these are like normal everyday carry flashlights on the smaller side. Also, I have some US coins. I like to do this for my US viewers. These are standard size, of course. I got a Buffalo nickel, which is the same size as a standard nickel. Got an old Barber quarter, which is the same size as a standard quarter. And then I have a US dime to give you an idea. An old Barber dime that I had. But again, same size as a standard dime. So you can kind of see this thing is pretty cool. Yeah, liking it. So there's that. And of course, we have a deck of cards. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He can spin like no one can. Yeah. Deck of cards. Look at that. Whoops. That is small. So he wants to roll. That's why I have that little card there. There it is. All right. So let's go over features. I'm going to take this little thing off of the C2. On the front there, looks like a brass treatment there on that front ring. I like that. It's a glass lens there. It's hexagonal diffused lens. And behind it is some TIR Optics, total internal reflection optics. And behind that is an LED, which is a Cree XTE in cool white. You'll get to see that in action here in a moment. The body is aluminum, of course. It's metal. And it looks like it has a Type 3 hard anodized finish. Got like that. It's got this hat clip or belt clip. Go probably for a belt or hat. Pretty easily on a hat. I do like that. It didn't come with a key ring, but I'm sure you could just tie something here and it'll hang from a key ring, no problem. Or a small carabiner. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, you got that. It's a flat base here. It's not magnetic, so you don't have to worry about sticking to anything. And it can stand, tail stand, and some people like that. It's a nice flat base. But boy, is that thing tiny. I just love the size of this thing. It's absolutely amazing. So it's got a little side switch here. It doesn't light up, but it gives you an idea how to work it. So you single press, turns it on to the last remembered mode. So remembers the last mode. And its modes are low, medium, high, and turbo. And you just click through them by single pressing. There's turbo, and we're back down to low. And I'll go over the luminosities in our pictures. There you go. Very simple. And long press to turn it off. Short press to turn it on. Now if you want to turn on the Moonlight mode, the 1 lumen, press and hold. And you got Moonlight. This is really good for our radios, and I'll show that with the lights off. RFI, this does generate some RFI. If you're really close to the radio's antenna, you have to be like within an inch or two. But if you're about 5 or 6 inches away from the radio like this, you're fine. It's not going to pick up the RFI from this light. I noticed no RFI on the medium mode, which is 50 lumens. But on Firefly, and you'll hear a little buzzing on different modes. But you got to be close to the antenna, like within an inch or two. That's what I noticed. But that's neat. There's the Moonlight mode for 270 hours. I like that. Quick press. Go to the modes from there, and then we long press off. There. Awesome. Liking that. It goes right to turbo, too. It remembers turbo. And then we'll turn off on low. There we are. Great. So yeah, and then we'll go ahead and open this up. See what our battery looks like. And then we'll go over a few more modes. And then we'll do some demos so you guys can see this thing in action. So the battery it comes with is a 520 milliamp hour rated, and it's got the little micro USB charge in it. Pretty basic. It's got a little light here. Light's red when charging, blue and solid blue and finished. So yeah, liking that. Replaceable. It's always a bonus. Kind of thin walled, very lightweight base here, because there's no magnet or anything in it. But very firm threads here, and it does hook up really nice. This feels really snug and tight when I'm tightening this, so I do feel it's going to be nice and waterproof, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, look at this little guy. All right, so there's different modes. So you saw the Firefly mode, you saw the different turbo, high, medium, low. It also has strobe, so double click. And now you got different strobe modes. So you got strobe, and you got SOS, so if you double click again, it's going to take you to SOS mode. And if you double click once more, it has this really slow beacon mode. And it's kind of like, it's not super high. And I don't know, is it every like 6 seconds or so? Yeah, it does this like little fading in and out beacon. Kind of neat. So click that off. Actually, okay, press and hold off. So then it has a lockout mode. So from off, it's 1, 2, 3. It'll do 3 confirmation flashes that the flashlight is locked out. So if you hit it again, it won't turn on. It'll just flash 3 times. And to unlock it from off again, of course, you have to triple click, 2, 3. Single click confirmation saying your flashlight's ready to rock. And now we're working. Cool. So long press off. Here we are. Let's go to the garage and see this little guy in action. Yeah, where's my little card? And we'll show you what this thing can do in the garage and outside. I got some outside footage too. So let's head to the garage. So I'm 15 feet away from the garage door. The flashlight's on turbo. This is 525 lumens. Expect it to run about 1 hour. It might throttle down if it gets a little warm, though I never noticed the flashlight getting too hot to handle, which is nice. Expect a 77 meter throw because it's a very broad beam. Next picture, we're on high. This is 150 lumens. Expect it to run about 2 hours. That's not bad for a little flashlight like this. Now we're on medium. This is 50 lumens. Expected to run about 6 hours. That's a good amount of runtime for this brightness. Now we're on low. This is 10 lumens. Expected to run 30 hours, so more than a day at this brightness setting. And it's still pretty usable, 10 lumens, for expecting small areas like a tabletop. In this last picture, I'm aiming the light at a tire about 6 feet away, like if you're changing a wheel, and it's on the high mode, so expect 2 hours of runtime at 150 lumens, plenty of light to light up the area. So next we're going to go show you a video I made outside with the light on turbo because the other modes really weren't showing up on video. So I'm on turbo mode and I'm showing it at different distances between 30 to 50 feet. Okay, let's go check that out. Okay, I'm outside with the FOLOMOV C2. It's on turbo, 525 lumens. Here's the walkway. I got the tripod pitched forward a little bit. It's a very floody mini lamp. Archway there is 30 feet away. Bush here is about 20 feet away. There's a tree behind the archway. Might be able to pick it up at 50 feet away. Tree here is 45 feet if it's lighting it up. But here's our walkway. It's about the distance you're going to get with this little floody light at the turbo setting of 525 lumens. Gives an idea. Kind of moving it around there. There you go. So you got to see the C2 in action. Now we're back at the bench here. I'm going to do a little demo. We're going to have the C2. We're going to take out the Lumen top AA tool 2.0. Nice. Have my little deck of cards in the middle here. We'll use this for illuminating. I'm going to bring this up. First, I'm going to go over some comparisons real quick. This flashlight here you can buy for $19.99. Does not come with any batteries. You can buy it with the rechargeable 14500 cell for around $28.95. And it represents a decent bargain, but it's a bigger flashlight if you, again, compare them. It's definitely the bigger flashlight. So if you're looking for something ultra small, the C2 does it all. I'm rhyming, isn't that nice? So its modes on AA batteries, 220 lumen turbo, 140 lumen high, 28 medium, 3.7 lumen low. When you put the 14500 cell in it, expect 650 lumens, probably not for long, but you'll get that boosted power. A high has 360 lumens, 85 lumen medium, and 16 lumen low. Runtime's about a half hour for the high settings, the turbo. Going to high, you're about an hour. Going to medium, you're around 12 to 6 hours, depending on battery type. And low, you're between 60 hours to 37 hours, depending on battery type. But it's a pretty cool flashlight. It's got the tail switch, which is pretty handy. So I'm going to turn that on. I don't know what mode I'm on. Let me see here. I can change it by tapping the tail. There, we'll leave it on low. And then I'll turn on the C2 on low. Let's go through its settings. Okay, so its low is pretty small. I mean, the low on here was 10 lumens versus the low on here. Well, actually, the low on the tool is a little less. This is about 4 lumens. So we'll go ahead and turn the lights off just to get an idea for color temperature and spots. So let's go ahead and flip these lights off. And there we go. And you just get an idea for color temps. Now look at the broader beam of the C2. Bringing them in. In person, it looks like I'm going to just boost this up a little bit. C2 is going to go up in brightness. Tap, tap. There we go. I'm going to bring this one up. Okay. So right now the C2 is at medium 50 lumens. And this one here is at 28 lumens, the tool. Bring them in. Tool has more of a spot to it. And color-wise, the C2 is just a little bit more on the blue side, I notice. So we're bringing it in there. There you go. Pretty cool. Gives you an idea what you can expect for beam pattern at close range. All right, so I'll turn the tool off. All right, next light I have is the 16340 powered. This is the W1. You actually can't get it anymore, but I think it goes around $25 or so. Remember right? You can get it like in blue and green. 16340 powered. And it's low, I believe, is 7.5 lumens. So we'll bring this one back to low. There you go. And you can see how they're different. Definitely more of a neutral white here on the through night. There you go. Just showing you for color. Fun stuff. And yeah, since you can't get this light anymore, that would be coming with a version 2, I'm guessing. It has a turbo of 693 lumens. And then it has a 215 lumen high, 58 lumen medium, and 7.5 lumen low. It has a firefly mode too of a half lumen. So it's a pretty cool little flashlight too. So there we go. We'll give you an idea. Now let's just turn that off. Let's quick press off. Okay, a little different than this one. C2. We're going to go ahead and just go up the brightness settings. I'm going to aim it at the ceiling. And let's go through the modes here. Okay, that's turbo. Right now we're at 525 lumens. Aimed at the ceiling. And let's say it's about 4 feet away. It's lighting everything up. Let's bring it back down. It's 10 lumens. Table. Back up at the ceiling. Now we're at 50 lumens, medium. We're going to go to high, 150 lumens. And turbo. Beautiful. Liking that a lot. Alright, so let's set that back down and we'll do some final thoughts. Let me just get the lights back on here. 40 C2. It's an awesome little guy. Loving this little thing. He's like a little tater tot. Look at that little thing. Loving it. I love little flashlights, as you guys know. Alright, got the little micro-sized keychain lights. That's one thing I wish they would have included here. Would have been a nice keychain. Because this is definitely keychain size. If you don't have this on a keychain, you're going to lose it. So you could probably use like a paracord tie through here. You could probably use a key ring too, as well, as long as it doesn't easily come off the bottom part of this clip. Okay, it's an idea. They did put a hole here. I don't know if you could attach something here at that point. That might help too. But something you put on a key ring, because that would be the best way to carry this flashlight, I think. Because otherwise you're going to lose this in your pocket or lose it, if you don't have it tied to something. I think a little paracord would be cool, because they left that wide enough there on that clip for something to hook in there. Nice. Long press off. So there it is, the FOLOMOV C2. Is it worth 28 bucks? It's kind of on a premium side, but it's like so special. It's like 14300 cell. I think it's the first 14300 I've reviewed. It is replaceable battery, which is nice. Gotta like that. But yeah, is it worth the price of admission? When it's on that coupon, if you get that sale going on for 22 bucks, it's worth 22 bucks, definitely. Just for that cool fun factor of being small, compact, lightweight, 12 grams. Remember that? Definitely the way to go. I mean, yeah, you can get the tool, but boy, you got a bigger flashlight there. I mean, it's what you want. It's how you want to carry, how light you want to be. That's what you got to think of. Is do you want it ultra compact, or do you want just standard? Some people don't mind carrying a little heavier lights. Again, just throwing these in for comparison. This is pretty heavy, by the way. This thing's like chunky aluminum, definitely. And when you compare it to that thing weighs like nothing. So there it is. Yeah, I guess recommended buy around $22 mark. $28 mark. You're probably going to be leaning towards something like this with the included 14500 cell at $28.95. So yeah, that would be, because most of us have flashlights. I mean, our radio is running on, this guy, Skyway is running on AA batteries already. So this is kind of nice to have. But if you're running small items anyway, and you have like a power bank or a little radio that can charge things, then this comes in handy. Like say you have this with your CC Radio Solar or your MMR88. It would be able to charge this flashlight no problem. I do like that fact too. So, yep, definitely gets recommended by $22 all day long. $28, think about it. You might want a different light, but I like it. It's tiny. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a big like if you did. 2, if you like this product brand, let me know. Hit subscribe to the bell icon. I will review more of these flashlights. I do like the different brands. I'm trying to cover a lot of them. There's a lot of different ones out there that are very unique and special. And this one stood out to being a special flashlight. That's why I picked it up. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the C2. Is it for you? Or would you rather have a standard or somewhat semi-standard? Like this is a 16340 with more capacity. You guys let me know what you think. Which one would you pick? All right, guys. There we are. We got Iron Man. You let me know what you think. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.